Hello and welcome back to Bannerlord Modded, and we're going to be participating in a tournament very early on in this episode because I would like to get a little bit of extra cash, if I can actually win, that is, because as we have seen in the previous episode, we had some pretty, shall we say, monstrous performances from some of our companions, and who knows, maybe we're going to have an even worse time this time around. Anyway. There are also two nobles present in the tournament, and they're going to be offering a spiked battle axe for the victor, whoever that may be. Let's hope that it's us. I mean, generally, I am going to be getting... Oh dear, Sylvind is here. Okay, that's a bit problematic. Anyway, Lundana as well as Polmark are both in here, and luckily, Sylvind is actually on my side, amusingly enough. So this might work in my favor, or it might not, because let's face it, Polmark is an absolute monster, and I don't even know whether I really want to fight him, to be honest. Anyway, let's see what we can do here. Maybe I'm just going to be able to outsmart him, because I am indeed a player, and not actually an NPC. There we go. Because it may seem like I play like an NPC sometimes, because, you know, I make somewhat questionable decisions sometimes, but generally, yeah, you know, it's kind of a decent idea to use one's brain sometimes. Okay, wait a minute, there we go. Phew. And yeah, as no doubt you could probably tell, Sylvind, yes, she survived. Oh dear. Okay, that's going to be a bit, to be fair, even if we had won, she would be in the next round anyway, because she was on our team, so that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? I'm actually wanting to watch this particular round. I don't know about you, but I'd love to see how Lundana does, so that's what we're gonna do. She is on the red team. Let's see where she is. I wonder, where is she? There she is. Oh, she has a crossbow. She's not gonna do very well. Yeah, she's gonna get killed. I'm pretty sure she's gonna get killed. She has an absolutely terrible crossbow skill. If I could tell her right now, I would tell her, please switch. Please switch. Oh, you're dead. Yeah. Yeah, I was very much hoping that she would switch to her melee weapon. I was 100% certain that if she would just switch to her melee weapon, she would do so much better. She really would. Unfortunately, she did not, and as a result, she was taken out. Oh well, never mind. Let's skip the current match. And now it is a free-for-all against me, two Vlandian units, and Sylvind. Let's see how this goes. Okay, oh, I've got a polearm. Alright, that's not too bad. I was going for the headshot there, or the head thrust, I guess you could call it. Okay, she is blue team, so I'm going to try and... Oh, well, I would like to be able to murder her first, because she's going to be the most difficult one to eliminate, and so as long as we are not in a 1 versus 1 situation with her, we should have a much easier time of things. There you go, there's some decent 53 points of damage there. Another 38 against her. Maybe someone else could actually do some damage. Oh dear. There's another 38. Okay, yeah, bear in mind, obviously, I do have the HP per level mod installed as well, which obviously makes it a little bit more difficult to eliminate units, and in my opinion, that's how it should be. It is an RPG. Obviously, you can disagree if you want, but generally, I feel like it is kind of... maybe not really cool to have a level, I don't know, a level 40 unit have the same HP that someone is, you know, where someone is level 5. You know what I mean? It's kind of a bit of a disparity there, and I'd love to see that be potentially implemented somewhere else in like a perk or something like that. And yeah, okay, I know, there are perks that do give you HP, but they are so minuscule in their bonuses that it really doesn't make any difference in my opinion. But obviously that is my own personal preference, and we're going to be watching this round once again. Okay, Lundana is green. Wait a minute, that's yellow. Where is she? Oh, she murdered this guy. She murdered that guy like no one's business, really. Oh wow. Okay, let's see what happens over here. Oh, she's gonna win. She's gonna win. Oh, that damage. I mean, really, you can't say anything about Lundana's one-handed skill. She is just unstoppable with her one-handed ability. I mean, that's why I said, you know, if she just switched, in the first round, she would have been an absolute monster and killed everyone. But yeah, unfortunately, that is not how it goes sometimes. Oh, that was a nice hit. Oh, that was also a nice hit. Oh, this might be problematic. Ooh, okay, that was... Whew. I was a bit worried there for a second. A little bit worried. Okay, so she's blue. Let's have a look. Okay, she's got a polearm as well. She might not do... Oh, she has polearm skill, right? Oh, she's dead. Oh, no! She outranged the guy's overhead ability, and then she took him down with a horizontal slash. Okay, it appears as though it is now me versus Lundana. Let us hope... Oh dear, let us hope. That's all I can say. That is all I can say. Okay, I'm super worried about this. I mean, my one-handed skill is not bad, and thankfully she doesn't have the most HP, so I am able to, well, win. But, yeah, that's actually kind of nice. I mean, generally, it wouldn't have even made any difference whether we would have won or not, because we would have gained the renown, and we would have gained the reward as well, but we wouldn't have gotten the money. And that was obviously one of the main driving forces behind what I was attempting to do here. Anyway, we're going to be doing a caravan ambush now, because, well, it makes sense, right? Makes very, very much sense, and we're going to see what we can do here. Now, I would very much like to... Okay, let's see. I'm not sure what they're going to be fighting. Are they going to be fighting Sea Raiders? I would assume Sea Raiders are probably going to be the... Oh no, Mountain Bandits. Okay. I'm a little bit disappointed in that, in my opinion. I'm kind of a little bit... Alright, well, Mountain Bandits will have to do then, I suppose. Sea Raiders I was hoping for because they generally have much better loot. And they are generally much higher HP as well. Anyway, let's take a look at some of our perks here. We do have polearm and riding perks to go for, so let's have a look. Polearm attacks that deal 25% of the enemy cavalry's hit points, have a 25% chance to dismount them, and also infantry troops in the formation you're leading have their damage increased by 10% against enemy cavalry. Now that's actually fantastic. The secondary effect is really, really good, so maybe we'll be going for that. Yes, indeed, we will be going for that, because the other one is not that useful for me. So otherwise, riding skill, let's take a look at that. Increases your charge damage by 20%, and mounted troops in your formation gained 10% charge damage. That is, I mean, personally, I think it's okay for a 25 skill level perk, but generally I don't think it's that useful. So I'm going to be taking the maneuvering here, even though generally I'm more than likely not going to be using a mount, but I might be. You know what I mean? I might be, and in that case, then I would very much like to try to do something about that. Okay, so we're going to level up Vigor here as well, because I would like to try and level up my one-handed skill. And we already have 7 points in social. So yeah, we can basically just leave that. Okay, so we have both of our companions doing their thing. As you can see, she is currently providing cavalry with increased damage, increased riding skill, and they also get a speed damage bonus, which is actually really nice. And you can see here, Polmark is giving so many bonuses to the infantry. It's absolutely insane. Okay, technically I could be the leader of the archers, but I don't think I really give them anything. Actually, wait a minute. Does infantry count as archers? Do they actually count like that? Because if they do, then that's pretty okay. But I would have expected infantry to be, well, melee weapon users. I mean, I suppose archers also use melee weapons. Oh well, maybe not. I don't know. I guess we'll just, you know, play how it is right here, and then we'll see whether that actually makes a difference. Anyway, I'm going to tell everyone to charge in here, because we are generally up against mountain bandits, and these guys are not going to be that... I mean, okay, don't quote me on that, but they're probably not going to be that dangerous, right? Although, knowing me, you know, sometimes, yes, sometimes against all odds I get myself eliminated for no apparent reason. Okay, let me try and see if I can do some damage here. Okay, well, this is not going so well. I mean, to be fair, they are on mounts, so that does make a pretty... Oh, there we go. That's some nice damage right there. I have no idea how I'm supposed to deal damage against enemy units that actually have decent armor on, because these guys obviously do not have decent armor in any way. They are basically using, well, fur and leather, I suppose, and generally a knife is not going to be the best weapon to use against these guys, but as I said, hey, you know, it's a challenge, you know? It's actually a challenge to use one of these things. I think the real test is going to be when we actually have a decent amount of one-handed skill, and when we have actually started fighting against enemy units that are more than just bandits, you know? So things like Imperial Legionaries and, well, any other heavily armored unit in the future. That is when things are going to come down to crunch time. Those are the things when we really want to make sure that we are, you know, doing damage, because if we're not doing damage to those guys, then what am I even doing, to be honest? Okay, oh, I actually thought this was a dagger for a real quick second, but it's not. It is just a sword, so I will be taking everything. I'm not going to do anything else there, and there you go. We gained some charm skill and all that wonderful stuff. That is good. Did I gain a perk? Yes, I did. We have a perk in tactics. Okay, so let's have a look here. Your infantrymen suffer 10% less damage by ranged troops in simulations. That's actually pretty good. I think I'll probably take that. I'm going to take that because we also, or at least I, personally prefer to play with a line formation rather than a shield wall formation. I think shield wall is good, but it does restrict your troops' movement by a pretty significant amount. So most of the time, I'm going to be leaving them in line formation, just purely for that reason. I want them to be as mobile as possible. Anyway, let's go over here. Oh yeah, nice. Good amount of troops to rescue. I'm kind of wondering whether I can get a manual laborer quest. I don't really know about any manual laborer quests in the area surrounding Vlandian territory, which is a bit of a problem, because obviously, well, this is where we currently are at the moment, so it would be kind of nice to actually find something, you know, in that regard, but it's highly unlikely I will be able to, so maybe I'm just going to go over to Sargot here. There is another tournament going on, and there's also another Caravan ambush. Maybe it would be an idea to do that Caravan ambush for the moment, because basically any single time I can get relation for well, pretty much no work, right? I mean, I'm not really working hard here to, you know, get the relation and get the well, the money and all that stuff. I mean, it's pretty simple. And I mean, basically what I could do is I could literally go into an auto resolve here. Let's see what happens. We actually did end up losing 6 units. That is not even bad, to be honest. That is not even bad, because look at this. We automatically just gain huge amounts of, well, not huge amounts of relation, but a decent amount of relation with the surrounding notables. And we're also getting a decent amount of charm skill as well, which I think that's pretty good, you know? I think that's pretty good. I also do need to level up my bow skill a little bit. I'm hoping that I'll be able to fight some people that are not mountain bandits, because mountain bandits are generally mounted units. And I would much prefer not to be fighting mounted units while using a bow, because obviously they are going to completely destroy me in every single way. So it would be nice if we could maybe prevent that occurrence a little bit. I'm going to sell my prisoners for 3,000 here, because I would actually like to get my roguery skill to 25. It's not really going to give me a huge amount of benefit, but if you take a look at the first perks for roguery here, this is, wait a minute, what do I actually want to go for here, to be honest? Have they changed this? I don't think so. Alright, I guess Sweet Talker. I guess Sweet Talker is actually kind of good, because, I mean, prisoners having a 20% less likely chance to escape from towns. I mean, when I actually own a town, that could be useful if the game counts the player character as the governor, if they are indeed the owner of the town, which I don't know. There's been a lot of speculation about that. I personally think it does work, but maybe it doesn't. I'm not entirely sure. Oh yeah, okay, so this trade skill, these trade skill perks are basically, I mean, pretty useless in my opinion. I'm not going to really be doing any active trading for me specifically, so I don't really know what to go for. I guess I'll just go for the caravans, because I'm most likely going to be using caravans more than anything else, more than workshops and stuff like that. And otherwise, let's go into the tournament here. There are no nobles. Ugh, no nobles. That really grinds my gears, you know. I would love to be able to find some nobles to, you know, fight against us, because that is when we are going to be getting an amazing array of rewards. This guy just literally hit me in the head. That is not very nice of you, sir. Okay, who actually... Oh, Lundana was killed already. Lundana was killed. I had no idea she was even in the tournament. I actually only saw Paulmark's name, so I was automatically assuming that Lundana was not in here. But apparently she was, and she was almost immediately eliminated, so I guess that's how it goes. Alright, well, not too bad then. Okay, so... Oh, I'm actually on Paulmark's team. That's a very nice surprise, to be fair, because I personally love... fighting with him. I would much prefer to be with him than against him, that's for sure. He does so much damage. Okay, wait a minute. There's one thing that I really want to do, and that is to eliminate every other enemy. Yes, indeed. What an obvious goal to have. An absolutely obvious goal. Okay, Paulmark, what are you doing, sir? Is he actually murdering everyone? Oh, he got eliminated. No, sir. Why did you do that? I don't know. I don't know why he got eliminated. He's probably saying to himself now, why isn't Barney helping me? Why is he consistently saying I'm such a beast? I don't know. I mean, probably because he is, right? Probably because he is, but anyway, let's see what we can do here. I mean, I think the main problem with these kinds of rounds, and also possibly the reason why I'm not a big fan of fighting tournaments in Blandian territory, is because I mean, literally, having a tournament fully comprised of units that are using polearms, that is basically a huge mess waiting to happen. You know, it's one of those situations where you think to yourself, okay, what am I doing here? You know, why do I have this? You know, why do I have this pokey stick? And the pokey stick is just taking so long to do anything, really. And it's the same thing with, wow, okay. What is this guy? What is this guy? He is literally just soloing the tournament. Okay, it is me against him now, and we have polearms. Okay, does he have polearm skill? I can't remember. I don't think so. I think he has crossbow and one-handed, right? Oh, why is he so fast? Oh no! Oh dear. Okay. Yeah, he went for crush. Yeah, he went with the crush through right there. Okay, well, I would have gotten quite a lot of money for that, but Paulmark decided that he would win, so I guess that's how it goes. Oh, we did get a rather nice bit of armor though, which I gotta say I am very pleased about, because beforehand we had some... Well, yes, as you can see, we had some braces that were basically 6 armor, and we now have an upgrade that gives us 20, which is actually kind of insane, so I'm pretty happy about that. And we are going to give our old ones to Lundana here. I kind of feel a bit bad about what she's wearing right now. She kind of looks really bare bones and not particularly well armored, to be honest. So, yeah, I mean, unfortunately, that is just... the best armor that I currently have for her. I'm gonna try to purchase her some better stuff. Don't worry about that. I will try to purchase her some better stuff. Oh, actually, Paulmark, he's not gonna like this. Oh wow, that is very, very attractive, isn't it? That is very attractive for him indeed. I'm sure he's very pleased about what I've just done to him. Okay, well, whatever the case, let us swiftly move on. Swiftly. And yes, once again, I have been attempting to find trader characters. Ooh, there's a trader character. Fantastic. Holojin the Swift. Yeah, she's looking really good right now. She is looking really, really good. Okay, I'm going to speak to her. And, oh, she's 1,300. She's pretty, okay, she's quite expensive, eh? Quite expensive, okay. So, let me actually just see what she's wearing. She's wearing some pretty decent body armor, but everything else is kind of terrible. I'm going to give her a shield, but that's basically it. Maybe I should give her a, does she have good riding skill? I mean, she's a Khuzait companion, so she should have some riding skill. She has no riding skill. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I'm a bit surprised about that, but all right. Does she have bow skill? Yes, she has bow skill, so I will be giving her a splintered hunting bow and some splintered arrows. Do I? Yeah, I am actually using the same bow, so that is perfectly fine with me. All right, let's actually go over here. I do have a crossbow perk, and we do have a couple of other people that have leveled up as well. So let me actually have a look here. So Fury for Mr. Atalon. Lundana has also advanced. We're going to give her movement speed. She's gained so many perks in one-handed right now as well, which is also very nice. And I'm actually wondering what we want to go for here. I'm going to go for Arrow Catcher once again, because she is going to be using a shield for the most part. And what else do we want to go for? Oh yeah, this is definitely the one to go for. Infantry in your party gain an additional 10% of the total experience earned after battles. Don't know whether this really applies to companions, but eventually she's going to have her own party and her own units as well, so it kind of makes sense for her to take something like that. And then otherwise we have Polmark here, who has leveled up his riding crossbow and polearms, and we're going to have a look here. Yes, maneuvering for the riding skill, crossbow. What else do we have? Zoom in 100% more. Okay, that is kind of useless. We are probably going to be... Oh, that is also kind of useless. Okay, yeah, both of these are pretty awful. The accuracy penalty while shooting crossbows from horseback is halved. I mean, his riding skill is 30. So it's highly unlikely he's going to be using anything about that, but I guess I will be taking that anyway, because it kind of makes the only bit of sense, because zooming in as an AI doesn't really make that much difference, right? Anyway, I'll take Braced as well in the polearm tree, which is that thing where you deal 25% of the enemy cavalry's hit points, and you have a 25% chance to dismount them, and infantry troops in the formation you are leading have their damage increased by 10% against enemy cavalry, which is pretty nice, considering he is the one that is going to be leading our infantry for the most part. And then what else do we have here? Increases your swing speed with polearms by 5%. Probably going to be taking that, because the secondary effect is infantry troops in the formation you're leading have their swing speed increased by 2%, which in my opinion is pretty good, because the other secondary is basically all about polearm skills, and I would much prefer generalized skills, so that the infantry that we tend to have in our armies, they are going to have a wide sweeping benefit from all of the perks that we are going for. So that kind of makes sense, right? Okay, so otherwise, I think it's probably about time that we leave here and we go back to Azurai territory. I might like to join the Azurai as a mercenary now. I mean, should I do that? I mean, I've got some pretty decent units right here. I mean, well, I say decent, and then I look down and I see bunches of Vlandian recruits. Maybe I don't have decent units. I mean, generally, I feel like I could probably fight some lesser vassals. I think I could probably fight some minor factions, potentially. I'm going to fight these looters here real fast. And, yeah, generally, I think I would probably be able to win in a variety of different situations. So I'm thinking, hey, why don't we just become a mercenary and see what happens, you know? Maybe that would be an idea. I mean, I would also like to try and get a full army as well, because I don't know whether you've noticed, but I am having difficulties capping out my company size, which is a bit weird, because usually it's really easy for me to do that, but it seems like every single village I go to has, well, no units there. They have no volunteers, because everyone has been recruited by the various vassals in the area. So it is making it a little bit more scarce, you know. The availability of these volunteers is kind of annoying, but oh well. What can we do? What can we do, eh? So let's just continue to fight these mountain bandits right here. Oh, nice amount of prisoners too. Good experience as well. Very nice to see that. I'm actually kind of thinking to myself, maybe it would be an idea for me to look at some war horses as well, because war horses definitely something that are quite rare as well. And, oh, there's a bandit base. Oh, yes, I'm liking this. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. I am loving... Oh, yeah. Any single time I have the ability to fight a bandit base and attempt to eliminate it, I am all over that. That is definitely something I really enjoy doing. Anyway, aiming with your crossbow is 25% faster. Your crossbow attacks ignore armor below 20. Okay. Why? What is this? I really don't know, because, I mean, okay, here's the thing. Armor pieces below 20. Alright, so this is actually not bad, but I just don't understand this because, let's face it, if someone is wearing armor that is below 20, you're probably going to kill them really, really fast anyway, so it makes no difference, at least in my opinion, about that. But yeah, we're going to take marksman because aiming with your crossbow is better. We're not going to be using a crossbow anyway, so I don't know why I'm even bothering with it, but yeah, I guess it's alright. And oh yeah, there we go, we finally reached 125 in Steward, which is also fantastic because that allows us to now discard weapons to gain some additional experience, which is quite nice. And the other option is to increase your party morale if the number of mounts is greater than non-cavalry troops. Okay, yeah, you can kind of tell what I'm going to be taking. Going to be taking the weapon donation thing. Sounds pretty fun to me. I don't know why we're going all the way around here. Is it because we cannot go through the mountain? No, it seems like we can't go through the mountain. I thought that was a pathway, but apparently not. That makes this a relatively difficult task to complete. I mean, oh no, never mind. I thought there was a pretty tight time limit on it, but it doesn't look as though that is the case, actually. Seems like there's 30 days total to be able to complete this, which, well, that's perfectly fine. That is really not a big deal. All right, let's go in here and attack. Okay, so we're going to be going in with a maximum of 25 units. I'm actually not wanting to do that right here. I'm actually wanting to take my companions only. Should I do that? You know what? I kind of want to do that, right? I kind of want to do that. I think that's going to be super fun. I'm going to be taking our new companion as well because I actually wanted to level up her combat skills a little bit before sending her off as a caravan, but I don't know whether that really makes any difference, to be fair, because she is a trader by heart. She does have trade skills, so it kind of makes sense, right? There is still room for some soldiers. Do you want to proceed? Well, yes, I do want to proceed. Thank you very much. I have the utmost faith in my companions. Ooh, okay. I'm bracing myself, you know. I'm bracing myself for this utter mess that is about to befall us. Oh, nice headshot. Very good. I was actually hoping I would kill one of these guys. Oh, apparently my Okay. Apparently my companions are... yeah, they don't need me. Apparently, yeah, they really do not need me one bit. That is actually kind of funny. Okay, yeah, they are literally just... I mean, Polmark himself, he is literally he's the driving force here, as you can see. Look at him, he's leading the way with his bare legs. Yes. Ah, yes, very, very good. Okay, wait a minute. Can I do some damage here? Oh, nice headshot. Okay, can I get a little bit... Could I get a kill, actually? Could I get a kill, please? Apparently, they really do not want to give me a kill for some reason, but there you go. Oh, well. I gotta say, I'm actually kind of surprised that these guys are doing so well. I mean, maybe I shouldn't be so surprised, because we are fighting against mountain bandits. These guys are really not very good in terms of their skill levels. They have about, if I recall, do they have 60? Do they have 60 or 70 in these skills that they primarily focus on? I think they don't have that much. So generally, they're going to be pretty, well, as you can quite clearly tell, pretty easy for someone, as you can see right there. Lundana, she has 180 in one-handed, so it's going to be super easy for her to beat the opponent. And also, I mean, if you take a look at Hologen right here, Hologen doesn't really have very good one-handed skill, because she's actually, yeah, she's dead. I mean, not dead, but she's been eliminated. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. The only reason why Hologen was able to live for the majority of this entire invasion that we've had going on here is because of the other two, because they are the ones that are beating the opponents in their attack speed. And now I'm kind of wondering, should I do a duel, or should I let my companions deal with all of these people? I'm kind of thinking they won't be able to deal with them because they're going to be outnumbered. But I kind of want... Should I do it? You know what? I'm not going to fight the duel. I'm going to allow my companions to do this. Let's see what we can do. Oh dear. Oh no, what are you doing, Polmark? What are you doing, sir? Oh, this is bad. Oh, he leveled up. He leveled up. Okay, he's using his, oh, never mind. Can I run? Can I actually run? Don't hit me with your thrown weapons. Don't hit me with your thrown weapons. I'm running. I am running. I am strafing. You know what I'm gonna do? Okay, well, they're actually kind of fast. I was actually hoping that I'd be able to do a similar thing to what I did previously with the thrown weapon in that tournament, where I can just turn around on a dime, and well, that was actually kind of close. Okay, they're switching to their. Yeah, they're switching to their thrown weapons. Going uphill is not a good idea. Let's just say that. Yeah, he raised the shield. Oh, okay, I did some damage. I did some damage. Ooh, okay, I can't beat this guy. I can't beat this guy because he has much better armor than we do. Okay, well, that's actually kind of sad. I actually thought that we'd be able to achieve victory just with my companions, and I think I would have been able to easily defeat the bandit leader in a duel, but obviously I decided to be a little bit, well, you know, to be a little bit cheeky, you know, a little bit cheeky, try to win with such a massive disparity. The one thing that I gotta say is the reason why we lost that is because Polmark decided to use his crossbow. That is, in my opinion, the only reason why we had issues. I think so, at least. Anyway, we're going to take Walk It Off right here. That is just fantastic. Super, super good. It allows us to recover HP after every offensive battle, and it also gives us the ability to regenerate more HP while on the move, which is exactly what we want to do. Alright, let's wait for Nightfall to attack. There we go. And let's go in once again. Okay, I'm going to be once more taking my companions in, and this time around we are just going to let them do the whole thing, with the exception of the final battle where I will participate in the duel by myself, and then we'll see how it goes. Because I'm very much... I think I would probably be able to win, but I don't know whether you've noticed, but the dagger, right? The dagger only does 1 damage when it is unable to penetrate the armor, which is obviously the main problem here. And it obviously needs to hit the head or the neck area for it to actually be able to deal decent enough damage to do more than just 1 or 2, which is obviously a big, pretty big problem, you know, pretty big problem. And that's what I was talking about, you know, heavily armored units, they're basically the most, well, the most difficult thing for me to deal with this kind of weapon. So maybe it's going to be something I'll need to use piercing, so like thrusts against. Maybe that's going to be something that I'll need to practice a little bit. Yeah, thrust with this. Good luck. Good luck using this. I mean, really, it's kind of difficult. Oh, Hologen was actually eliminated once again in the exact same place as last time. That's kind of funny. Anyway, oh, there's only 3 enemies this time around. 3 enemies accompanying this fellow. But I'm still not going to go for this, I don't think. I'm going to go for the duel. Okay, we did some damage. Okay. Apparently there's a crash. Alright, so we're back. Yes. Okay, so I found out that the autosave was at one of the worst possible times. Basically, the autosave was about 20, maybe 25 minutes ago. Yeah, I have no idea why the autosave happened then. It was back when we were at Sargot, and I was leaving with about 79 troops. So I had to do a little bit of catching up right here. I did not get all the way over to the village just yet because I decided that I would do an escort merchant caravan quest. The main reason why I want to do one of these is because I'm going to be gaining a huge amount of relation along the way, and we're also going to be getting a decent amount of experience every single time we go into a battle here, which is obviously the main point, because I would like to try and make my forces into a little bit of a stronger force, you know. It's probably a good idea to do that, considering we're maybe going to become a mercenary for the Azurai, and then eventually maybe a vassal, and then we'll be able to, you know, do something from there. So we'll be able to launch our own faction from that point on, and then we're going to have a wonderful time of things. So hopefully that is what's going to happen. Obviously I have no idea whether that will happen just yet, because, you know, things happen, plans change and all that stuff, so we'll see. But generally at the moment I'm having pretty high hopes about it, so we'll see if we can make it work. We're getting some decent trade skill right here. And, oh, actually, do I have my, oh no, I'm actually wondering whether I do. My new companion. I don't have my new companion. Yes, the crash obviously, I mean, should we say the autosave obviously happened before. Oh, there she is. Oh, that is amazing. Okay, that is really, really amazing. I am very surprised that we were able to do anything there. Okay, you know what? I am literally just going to form a caravan straight away. She is going to be leading it. I'm not going to give her any gear or anything like that, because generally I don't want to waste time this time around. I really don't want to waste time. Okay, so let me see what I can do here. You could see, obviously, by the way, in the previous previous duel, I guess you could call it, the dagger just does not have enough damage. It doesn't have enough swing damage to be able to penetrate some people's armor. So you either have to use piercing attacks, which I was attempting to do just before the crash happened, or you have to get really lucky with how you hit the enemy. So if you can hit them on the head or you can hit them in the neck, then that's obviously going to work quite well. But if you are unable to do that, which is more than likely the case some of the time, because let's face it, those are both relatively small hitboxes, then you're going to do 1 damage and the enemy is basically just going to be able to attack you freely, which is obviously the main problem, you know, because if they can attack you freely, then you're probably going to have some pretty big issues. Anyway, we have got to spec these things again. There we go. We got steward skill spec'd once more and all that stuff. And now we're going to be traveling to Dunglanis. Now, obviously, this is exactly what we wanted. We basically wanted every single one of these bandit parties to come toward us. I want to be able to take all these guys prisoner. I want to be able to level up all of my forces, gain loot, gain horses. And basically this is, as I say, this is basically the perfect situation to be in, because I have exactly the amount of combat strength that is, well, I mean, not exactly the amount, but I've got a decent amount of combat strength that is pretty much going to allow me to do whatever I want in this task. So I can pretty much just, you know, do whatever, and we're probably going to be able to achieve victory without too many difficulties. I'm actually wondering, yeah, we still have the braces that we got from the tournament, so I suppose that's pretty decent. 4,700 gold right there. And we're going to be able to get another caravan as well if we want to. I mean, obviously at the moment we don't really have the ability to, because I'm still going to be attempting to look for companions that actually do have some trade skill. And Hologen, as you can see right there, has 90 trade skill already. Actually, I should probably do something about that. We also have 50 in medicine. Going to take Walk It Off once again, because obviously that is my preferred perk. And Lundana has also leveled up. As I said before, we're going to be taking the exact same perks that I took previously. Obviously, we were unable to, we were unable to do that, as we did have that crash. Okay, so your one-handed melee attacks ignore 10% of the enemy's armor, or what is this? You deal 50% more damage with one-handed weapons against shields. Probably take that one. And then we have polearms. I don't care about these, although I am going to be taking Swift Swing, which is going to increase our swing speed of our infantry troops, which is obviously fantastic. And he also leveled up his riding skill as well. This is Polemark, of course. So we're going to be going for maneuvering, and I think that's actually it. Yeah, I think everyone has spec'd into their things, and yeah, Hologen's looking very good, actually. She's looking very, very nice. So, look at that. I almost have 100 in trade myself. I mean, I'm obviously going to want to try and get to, what is it now? 250, 275, 300? I'm not entirely sure when everything has a prices unlocked, but basically around that level is what we're going to be aiming for, because everything has a prices. It's just too useful to not go for it every single time, but some of the time you might not even be able to, because, sometimes you just don't find the correct companions, I mean, generally we don't even need to find companions with trade skill, it just makes it slightly easier, that's all. Anyway, let's have a look here. Ooh, double relationship gained by resolving issues with artisans, and every villager party entering your town generates 30 gold income. That could be really useful. Also, we have this. Double relationship gained by resolving issues with merchants. Who is more... shall we say, who is more numerous, shall we say? Who is more numerous here? Because I'm actually wondering. Merchant, artisan, merchant. Seems like merchants are more prevalent, so I'm going to be going for double relationship gain with merchants. That seems to make more sense. And what else do we have here? We have 100 skill in charm now, so increase any relationship gain with the same gender by 20%. I think I'm probably going to be taking that, because in my opinion, you're more than likely going to be gaining relation with other lords, other male lords, because there are just more of them, you know what I mean, in comparison to dealing with female lords. They're just rarer, they're just rarer, so it's a little bit more difficult to make that work. But there is a secondary here, 2% chance per day to increase relations with a random notable of the same gender within the settlement. That's another one of those really weird specific perks. Okay, I guess I'm going to just take that one then. Very, very strange one. Okay, so anyway, let's have a look here. Overpriced materials, don't really care about that. What about any trader companions? No, they don't have any trader companions, unfortunately. Yeah, we are actually done with the escort mission, which is actually quite nice. So that's not too bad. Our roguery skill is now 25 once again, and I'm now just going to wait here for some time, because there is a tournament going on. But you know what I really, really would love to see? I would love to see a whole bunch of nobles appear out of nowhere, go into Epicrotia, and participate in the tournament. I think that would be absolutely fantastic. If we could get that happening, then we could maybe even see some incredible rewards for the tournament, and that would be so fun. That would be a lot of fun. It doesn't seem like we're really getting that lucky at the moment, but I kind of would like to wait and see whether there are going to be some more people arriving. It doesn't seem as though they really prioritize this at all. I mean, I assume there are a number of different tournaments in the land at the moment that they could potentially participate in, which is obviously a bit of a problem, but I mean, what else am I supposed to do? Oh, wait a minute. Do we have more people now? Wait a minute. 2 nobles. Okay, there are 2 nobles. It seems like 2 is pretty much the limit of what we're currently able to fight, which is kind of disappointing. Ooh, Lundana and Polmark are on the same team. Oh dear. That could be a little bit problematic. And it is actually a team versus team situation as well, which is also awful for me. Oh, that was some nice damage though. I can't believe that guy allowed me to do that, to be honest. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, we might have some issues here. Wow, I literally just did 73 damage twice to that guy and he's still alive. Can't believe it. Okay, wait a minute. There we go. Nice. Okay. Oh, now it's a 1 versus 1. Okay, it quickly turned into a 1 versus 1, even though we were 2 versus 3 for a little bit. And hopefully I'm going to be able to get this guy dead. Well, I mean, technically he's not dead. He's just knocked unconscious, but still, you get my meaning. Okay, I'm actually going to watch the round here because I actually find it super fun to see what Polmark and Lundana do. Polmark is actually... Okay. What? Why is he such a beast? He's a beast with every single weapon. Have you noticed? Have you noticed how Polmark is literally using throwing weapons basically for the first time in this entire series? And he's getting kills. He's getting kills by the dozen with this new weapon that he's never used ever before. Okay, that's Polmark right there. We've got to be really, really careful about him. Is he gonna win? Oh, he beat Miron. He beat Miron in a 1 versus 1, and I'd already done 60 something damage to him in the face. Oh, what? How did that guy block that? I have no clue. I have no clue how he blocked that. You saw that, right? I was literally aiming straight at his face, and then all of a sudden I hear the plonk, or whatever that sound effect is. I hear the plonk of the arrow hitting his shield. And I think to myself, what? How does that work? The crossbow. The hitbox must be kind of a bit weird with the bow or something like that. I don't know. Maybe something happened there, or maybe I just hit from the wrong angle or something. I don't know. Something like that. Anyway, yeah, unfortunately Polmark was eliminated. Kind of a bit disappointed, to be fair. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen him in the final round, or maybe actually, you know what? Maybe not. Maybe not. He probably would murder me. There we go. Nice. Nice little shield bash to finish things off, and there you go, another 7,500. We actually did gain a, what is this, a pilum? A pilum? I don't know. What is that? It's a thrown weapon, right? No, it's not a thrown weapon, it's actually a polearm. Oh, really? Yes, it is. Oh, no, it's actually a thrown weapon and a polearm, so you can use it as a thrown weapon as well. Okay, that's kind of interesting. All right. Oh, it's only one. Okay, I see. So you basically only have one of these and then you just throw it. Okay, that's pretty cool, actually. I gotta say, that's actually a pretty cool, should we say, versatile weapon to utilize. I think that's quite nice. Ooh, hello there. Oh, that is what I've been looking for this. I've been looking for things like this. This is actually super nice. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy all of these, and I'm gonna be smelting some of them so that we can get a couple of extra parts unlocked. I think that makes all the sense in the world right now. So let me see what I can do here. Okay, I have enough charcoal, so this should be pretty easy. There we go. 4 new parts, 2 new parts from the other one. And we also have these, and we can get more from the pilum as well. And I believe we are good. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so what did we actually gain here for the dagger? Not much. No, not much at all. Okay, that is kind of disappointing, to be fair. But it's alright, because I believe the weapon that we just purchased, the, what is it, the Zephos? I have no idea how to say that, but whatever the case, this thing right here, This has a decent cutting damage. You see that cutting damage right there? It's 36. That is 16 better than what I was using beforehand. So I am highly assuming that this is going to be an absolute monster of a weapon if I can get into melee range with someone and hopefully not die almost instantaneously. That would be really, really nice. Okay, so we're just going to recruit no one, apparently. No, we're going to recruit no one because there are just so many vassals in the area apparently, and we're going to be fighting some of these mountain bandits and the sea raiders apparently at the same time, and we're going to try and level up our forces. There we go, another 16 level ups. Pretty nice to see that. Good amount of prisoners as well, and we got some harpoons here as well, so if you wanted to, you could obviously, you know, use that. Personally, I think that harpoons are probably some of my favorite thrown weapons, so if you're looking for a recommendation for anything that you want to use early on as a thrown weapon, then I'd highly recommend using harpoons. They're easy to come by, they're not too expensive, they're decently accurate, and they do so much damage. And on top of that, they also have a decent amount of a stack. They have a lot of them, you know what I mean? They have a lot of them in one stack, and it really makes a huge difference to your overall effectiveness. Because let's say you're kind of bad at thrown weapons, like I am or used to be or kind of still am sometimes, then having additional ammunition is obviously going to just help you a little bit. You know, it's just going to help you get a little bit more used to, you know, using them in high pressure situations, I guess you could say. And otherwise, there we go. All right. I'm actually wondering, oh, we got some cows. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I should probably sell those. Yeah, I should probably sell those really, really fast. Oh, there's a bandit base nearby. Do I want to do the bandit base? Yes, I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I'm a little bit worried about it now, you see. I'm a little bit worried about it because I am... I'm thinking it's going to crash again, you know what I mean? Okay, so we're going to go for Surging Blow right here. Increase your speed damage bonus by 30% while on foot, and foot troops in your formation gain 30% speed damage bonus. I mean, obviously that doesn't really... I mean, most of the time that doesn't really help, but maybe it's going to be kind of useful. I mean, at least the personal, personal component of that is going to be quite good. We're also going to go for a Swift Swing right here, and we also have an attribute point and a focus point to spend. So what am I going to go for? Should I go for Medicine? Should I go for Steward? I'm thinking maybe Steward skill would be kind of nice. I'm thinking Trade skill though, because I really do need to get to 300 skill, which is insane. It really is. I'm also thinking Charm skill though. What do I go for? What do I go for? I'm going to go for Charm skill, I suppose, and we'll go for another point in social, just to make it so that, you know, trade can continue to level up, because these things are somewhat passive, you know what I mean? They do level up really, really fast, but they level up without you really having to do much, which is actually quite nice. So, you know, I quite like that. Anyway, I'm going to go over to Epicrotia once again. We're just going to sell our prisoners around about here. There we go, another 2,700 for them. And we now have 30,000. Yeah, 30,000 in gold, which is quite nice. We are still gaining... Actually, no, we are losing money every single day. I actually thought that we were not losing money anymore, but apparently we are. I'm not entirely sure why that is. It's because Hologen is actually not making that much money. I don't know why that is. She is very good at what she does, but maybe she's just gotten a little bit unlucky, potentially. So that might make a difference. Aha! Hello there. Another escort. Yes, please. I will do that. Just going to take a look at the companions here. I'm actually wondering whether it really matters. Maybe I should basically just do whatever, you know, just take any companion that I can get my hands on and then just pretty much just chuck them, you know, chuck them with a caravan and just say, it's your business now, take care of this caravan until I tell you otherwise, you know, something like that. Maybe I should just tell some random companion that, and then they can go off and give me trade skill. I mean, just bear in mind here, you see, the only reason why I'd like to find a companion with trade skill is because you gain skill yourself based on how much profit they make, you see. So if someone has a a bad trade skill, or they generally have a bad time, then it's going to be very difficult for them to give you skill, which is obviously the main problem. Anyway, I'm going to level up, well, not level up, but I'm going to upgrade Lundana's armor a little bit. I mean, not her armor really, but just generally giving her some slightly better gear. Gonna give Polmark some better stuff as well. Oh, he's gonna be very pleased about this. There we go. He's finally gotten some better stuff. I do need to give Lundana some better torso armor, though, to be honest. It is terrible, really. It is terrible what she's currently wearing, so I'm gonna have to do something about that. Maybe I'll get something from these guys. Well, we got a massive amount of experience, which is really nice. Okay, you know, I'm actually wondering whether I should just literally replace this with something else. Yeah, like for example this. Oh, that's basically the same thing. Well, it's basically the same thing, a little bit better. It is a little bit better than what she was wearing beforehand, but still kind of terrible, isn't it? This is a fashion disaster right here. Absolutely. Anyway, let's just move on. Oh, Atalon has actually advanced in level. Pretty nice to see that. It's been a while since he's, well, done anything in that regard. So, well, that's not too bad. Okay, let's just, oh, we're going to Amatatis. Is that far away? No, it's not that far away. For some reason I thought that Amatatis was a Botanian fief, but it's not. It is indeed an Empire one. That's kind of interesting. I really thought it was somewhere else. Oh well, never mind. We're gaining even more prisoners, which is amazing, because we are then going to be able to sell them for a very tidy profit. Let's take all of those guys. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I do need to sell those cows, don't I? Yes, I do need to sell those cows. I think I have... Oh, I have no herd problems whatsoever. Okay, well that is absolutely fine then. Okay, let's go here, 4,600. Is she a trader? No, she is not. Let's go and take a look at the cows. I only have 2 of them. Okay, yeah, that makes... Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I only have 2, so it's all good. Should we sell all of this stuff? I mean, I don't really want to donate it, right? I don't really want to donate it, so it kind of doesn't make much sense for me to keep any of this. Okay, let's sell all of that. Oh, wow, 8,600. That is pretty crazy. Okay, let's just wait here for some time until the caravan decides to leave. Where are they going now? Oh, Jean Maris. I assume this is probably the final stop, so we're going to have one more round of raiders coming in. And as I say, I personally feel like this is probably one of the best tasks you can take early on. If you have a suitable amount of units to be able to deal with all of the enemies, it is just so incredibly useful. It really is. It gives you prisoners, it gives you loot, it gives you experience for your own troops, and generally it just makes everything much, much smoother. And you don't even really need to worry about, well, if you have a decent, you know, if you have a decent army that is capable of defending itself against a, you know, somewhat strong bandit party, then you're going to have a really nice time and it's going to be relatively smooth. Oh, that is a lot of mountain bandits right there. Oh yes, I am going to be fighting you, sir. I'm going to go in for a manual fight this time around. Let's do this. Okay, I'm very pleased and kind of excited to try out my new dagger. This is, you know, I gotta say, I'm not a big fan of the length, because it feels to me like I'm not going to be able to reach anyone, but let's try it, shall we? Let's try it. Okay, what about a bow? Can I do something with this? I'm going to get shot in the face, aren't I, by some of these thrown weapon users. I can see it now, you know, I can see it now. Can I please hit someone? There we go, thank you. Can I hit someone else? Okay, yeah, I did. But I really need to get a kill, if at all possible. Nice, okay, that was good. Anytime you can get a kill, you basically get a multiplied amount of experience instead of just hitting something, so it really makes a huge difference if you can get kills. So, you know, this is exactly what I was talking about. Yes. Anyway, my forces were completely able to stomp the enemy into the ground, which is exactly what I was anticipating. But I did get a little bit of bow experience, which obviously is something that I'm going to eventually need to do, so I thought, well, why don't I just get down to doing that now? And finally we have something new to give to Lundana here, so she's not going to hate me anymore for giving her that terrible looking armor. There you go. Not bad, right? Not bad. All right, I think that's probably going to be it for this episode, and yeah, next one. In the next one, we're going to be... well, becoming a mercenary, or if I'm actually able to, I might become a vassal. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do yet, and there are a huge amount of perks to spend as well, so stay tuned for that. So I'm going to make my way back to Azerai territory, going to try and recruit as many units as I can get my hands on, maybe level them up a little bit off screen, and then we'll be ready to become a mercenary / vassal. And then we'll participate in some vassal battles and maybe some, well, I wanted to say raids, but raids I think are not really going to be happening because I'd like to try and, you know, foster good relations with pretty much everyone so that we have more opportunities for persuasion later down the line. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.